hope.
We just need to make a U-turn. We need to make a U-turn. The level we are going and where we are heading to, I don't see light at the end of the tunnel. The president that will be going from one state to the other, see it is by himself. Our fortune. We have a very big problem, a very big challenges in the country right now. So we don't need a president that will just sit in the villa. He don't know what's going on.
Welcome back to Fresh Talk Media. We are diving straight in to discuss something really, really important as usual. And over here with me, I have Mr. Clem in the building. Mr. Clem, happy to have you around once again. Thank you for being with us in the studio. So, Mr. Clem is our public affairs and political analyst, and we shall be discussing something really interesting. So, stay with us. Mr. Clem, what do you think about this trending issue? A lot of people are confused and worried at the same time. And this has to do with Mr. Peter Obi, the past governor of Anambra State. Despite all the arguments back and forth, Peter Obi will not run, Peter Obi will run, Peter Obi is in Labour Party, because he actually said it over and over. He actually said he is a member of Labour Party. He has always said that. And suddenly, we heard Mr. Peter Obi is now in ADC. He actually defected from Labour Party into ADC. What went wrong? What happened? Did he go into ADC because he was left with no choice? Or what do you think?
Anyway, thank you for having me.
You're welcome.
The challenge of Labour Party, I don't think is something very obvious anyone can see. And at the formation of ADC, when they unveiled the ADC a few months ago, Peter Obi was very much visible during that unveiling process. And all this time, he never failed to mention that ADC is a coalition for 2027. But for now, that he is working as a member of Labour Party, they form a coalition for them to be able to use ADC to contest election coming 2027. I don't think it's not because of...
was he left with no choice? What happened?
No choice issue. It's not about no choice issue. Peter Obi has a lot of numerous choice to join if he's in terms of joining a political party. But joining a political party is not the only option. When you are joining a political party, the only aim of a politician is to win an election.
Okay.
Now, for you to win an election, he was on the ballot during the 2023 general election. And you saw how the election went.
It was
picking a party that was relatively unknown to Nigerians. And he transformed the party within a period of 6 to 7 months.
That's right.
Election took place and he garnered almost close to 7 million votes.
That's right.
6-point-something million. That is exactly what INEC gave to him.
That's right.
But which we know from the vote and from the analysis on ground, people were saying that he won that election. But that is otherwise. Right now, officially, he got 6-point-something million votes. For him to get that kind of amount of votes, but at the end of the day, the Labour Party could not deliver him. Now, for you to win an election in a big country like Nigeria, you need to be in a political party. 1, you have a structure. 2, you have a manpower. 3, you have a strong institution in the name of a political party that can be able to fight for you during that election.
Okay.
It's not only voting at the polling unit. No. Election in Nigeria is 2-way, even 3-way thing. Because after voting, they need to take that result from the polling, from the polling unit straight to the ward. From the ward, they will go to the local government. From the local government to the state. Then from the state before it comes to Abuja. There may not be any rigging taking place during the time of the polling unit. At the time of the polling unit election be counted. No. But when the figures are always changes hands, always, from the history of Nigerian elections in 1999, it has been always from the time of the polling unit moving to the ward. That's where they will change 50 to 500.
Okay.
That's where they will change 100 to 1,000.
Okay.
You just take only one single zero. You put it at the back of 100. It has turned to 1,000 votes. Then the number you got from the polling unit, by the time it comes to from the ward, the number will change. By the time they move it to the local government, the number will change again before coming to the state. So this is the manipulation that always takes place. For him to be able to overcome this circumstance in this period, he needs a very strong manpower. People who can be able to withstand the pressure of the ruling party and to defend the vote. It's not only voting. It's voted and you got to make sure that the vote being counted and defended.
So is ADC reliable to achieve this plan or this intention for him?
Anyway, from what we are seeing in this period, it looks like ADC is the major opposition party now in Nigeria.
Okay.
Following the number of people, the politicians that have gathered themselves together to form this ADC.
Okay.
ADC is an existing party. But as the case may be, due to kind of treatment the ruling party has been giving the opposition parties, they don't have a choice than to hang themselves into an existing political party.
So that was what led to the coalition.
That's what led to the coalition. They wanted to register so many other political parties, but INEC faulted that very decision. They told them all kind of reasons. They have the institution power constitutionally to register a political party. So when they say that they can't register you, they will not register you. So before you finish the case, taking them to court, all the way to Supreme Court, the election must have come and gone. So these are politicians with experience. Okay. So they don't want to go into that kind too much drama with INEC, taking them to court and all kind of stuff. It will delay time. They have to go into an existing political party where they can be able to give a fight
and achieve their goal
to the ruling party. If you say that this ADC can do it, I believe so. I believe so because, like I said in the beginning, you need a very strong, determined force in the name of human beings to defend that vote. P2P doesn't have that kind of gravity that very time, 2023. There was no any sitting governor, there was no any senator, there was no any House of Rep member, there was no any major political force structure with him. He was just going for that election. He went for that election with his mandate, his words, what he has been doing, what he can do. And he was able to communicate his vision to Nigerians and pour a large number of Nigerians, especially the young Nigerians, who are believing in Nigerian future, who are hoping to see a better Nigeria. They believe in him. They believe that he can give them the dream of their choice. They make Nigeria of a dream come true. So they invented that interest in P2B, but at the end of the day, he saw how it went.
But Mr. Clem, if I would ask, a lot of people are already having this mindset, okay, and seeing some kind of rumors that Peter Obi is actually going into ADC to become the running mate to Atiku Abubakar. What do you think? Do you think that is the plan?
Well, nothing is impossible in politics. If you ask me, 2019, during the second term of late President Muhammad Buhari, Atiku and P2B, they fly the ticket of PDP then, which a lot of people believe that they won the election also, but the election was taken away from them. But right now, P2B has made it clearly that he don't want to be a running mate as a vice presidential candidate.
Okay.
That he has visited a lot of countries, visited a lot of head of states, presidents of so many countries, that he's not visiting them to have the ideas of how the governance and how the presidential arrangement can be, put in place, okay, just to become a running mate. No, that he don't want to be a running mate. That is political statement. But I can tell you for sure that being a political analyst, I've observed them a lot to understand that they cannot withhold whatever you say today. The calculation can change at any given time.
The
plans can change depending on how the field is looking. They don't really know the kind of strategy the APC is coming with. They are going to find Mr. President. Right now, Mr. President, things are not working good in Nigeria. We got to face the fact. Forget that the government, they will have to say just to promote their own ideas.
It's obvious
try
everywhere.
To package their whatever they are doing in Nigeria. But how is it reflected in Nigerian lives? It is not meaningful to us. So we don't know the kind of strategy they are going to dispose to the public. So it has where we know to understand that whether APC, PDP, and the, what do you call them now, ADC, the challenges they are going to have, P2B has declared his intention to contest. He's very, very serious on the race. Atiku has been there. Despite his age, he's going to be 80 or 81 at the time of the election 2027, next year.
Yes.
So he's no longer a young boy. And Nigerian challenge today, I don't think that we deserve kind of old age. But that is a personal issue. It's up to the ADC people to canvass their vote, let them be able to choose. This guy is also the former governor of Rivers State, Rotimi Kabechi. He's also in contention. I heard that he has already mentioned that he's not looking to be a running mate to anyone. But I tell you, these are political statements. When the heat comes so hard, they will have a good discussion. One of them, how it goes and how it turns out. If it happened that P2B will be a running mate to Atiku Abubakar, to me, politically, I don't see it as any evil thing. Okay? You must not. As far as the goal is being achieved, if for them to be able to win the election, if it is for them to march together, they find a way to appease to his own group, the obedient groups, obedient movement, to support the idea. It's politics. They shouldn't do a politics of Wike, they do or die. It must be there. You must have your way. Yes, there's no any iota of discussion or doubt that P2B is not a presidential material. P2B is a qualified and a suitable especially to the challenges Nigeria is facing today. If he have his way and got the ticket, I tell you that President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, he got to fight very hard to return that power.
By
Yes,
2027.
But if they cannot be able, the ADC cannot be able to put their house in order, putting their house in order in this sense that if they don't come out from their primaries very sincerely, very uprightly, and at the end of the day, the winner, everyone will see it that you win very clearly, without any mago-mago, without any inducement, without any fraudulent giving bribe, gifts, money, dollars or naira, whatever, that is not acceptable to people. That's where they will have problem. If they do that, if there's any out of any truth of such a thing happen, like what PDP did during their own time, and then I tell you that the ADC will have a very big problem. That's going to be a very big goal for the APC. But if they can have a very transparent primary election, and whoever that wins the election, then they will be able to come together and work together. Then I tell you that the election will be very interesting.
One more question, Mr. Clem. Thank you for all that. Maybe in 1 minute, you said something about age, and I want to talk about it. You said Nigeria need a very strong person,
vibrant and young and energetic.
Atiku will be 81 by 2027. So, do you think Atiku is not that strong enough? If we are talking about age, let's see President Donald Trump of the United States. He's already within that same age range, and you can see what he's doing. He's doing a lot, even despite his age. Don't you think Atiku Abubakar can also act with the same energy?
Well, I don't really think so, but that is my own personal assumption. But what you need to understand is that good health sometimes doesn't really come based on age. Donald Trump is a very fortunate guy. He's still going to be 80, maybe by next year or next year. He's around 78 or 79 now, okay? He's no longer a young man, but you can see the energy in him. He still has stamina. You see him every day granting press, whether he's flying Air Force One, coming out on the compound of the White House. He don't get scared of talking to the media. He's always on the news. He don't depend on spokesmen talking to Nigerians, talking to Americans or whatever. No. Whatever he wants, he tweets it by himself. He stand on it. He come out. When you see a president that speak, it's obvious to you that that tweet that was released last night was made through him.
By the president
himself. It's not something people are handling your account, your social media handle. So what they are tweeting, Mr. President don't even know.
It's true. They package it in a way.
They package it. But when you see a tweet coming from President Donald Trump's account, then you hear what he will say during an interview. Then it will be obvious to you that he was the one making the tweet by himself. He's not giving it to anyone to do for him. But I don't think like that is in the Nigerian system. The president now, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu is in power. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, you don't see him, you don't grant interview, you don't even hear him talking to media people or nothing. What you are just seeing, Daniel Bwala and all the spokesmen in the villa. Those are the people talking. So whether there is the Mr. President is saying it or Mr. President is not saying it, Nigerians are not aware of it. Nigerians cannot say that is what they hear from their Mr. President. But they just depend on what the Mr. President's spokespeople say. Vice President Alhaji Atiku Abubakar, I don't see him, looking at him today, he doesn't have that stamina like Donald Trump.
The energy.
He doesn't have the energy like President Donald Trump as it stands now. So I don't know what's going to happen tomorrow, because in life, you cannot say that you are going to become younger tomorrow. No, rather you'll become older than and there. So if he is trying to become a president coming 2027,
then he needs more energy.
I would, to be sincere with you, we as Nigerians, I don't really think we need the packaging president anymore. This is how we package package President Buhari here. At the end of the day, Nigeria is in a mess. And he led for 8 years. They keep on lying to us. They keep on telling us things are working, things are not working. Someone like Senator Uzokalo, when you hear his interview that very time when he visited Channels Television, he will tell that President Buhari inherited a mess. He is doing this, he is doing that. But the same President, Senator Uzokalo, if he hear calling today, he will sit there and President President Tinubu is doing his best. Nigeria was in a mess. This, that. Then you see, it's all politics. They're just using our senses, thinking that we are not reasonable enough to know our left from our right. So I don't think Nigeria need a packaging president anymore. We need a president that will be sincere, a president that will have that stamina, that will have that energy to challenge our fortune. We have a very big problem, a very big challenges in the country right now. So we don't need a president that will just sit in the villa, he don't know what's going on. We need a president that will be going from one state to the other, till he sees it by himself. president that can be able to communicate with
I
Nigerians.
hope Nigerians will take note of this.
Ha!
I just hope.
We just need to make a U-turn. We need to make a U-turn. The level we are going and where we are heading to, I don't see light at the end of the tunnel.
It is well. Thank you so much, Mr. Clem. That's a beautiful, passionate explanation and narration, and he has absolutely, to the best of his knowledge, analyzed this whole issue. I hope Nigerians will take note of this. Thank you so much, viewers. If you're still with us at this point, this is Fresh Talk Media. Mr. Clem is telling Nigerians to wake up. When it's time to vote, remember that we need a president that has the energy, the capacity, and the zeal to fight and get for Nigerians what they truly deserve, because Nigeria as a nation has gone through a lot and is still going through a lot. So when it's time to vote, we shall vote wisely. Subscribe to this channel if you haven't. Please like this video and share to your friends. We shall see you again in our next one. This is Fresh Talk Media. Bye.